High Energy is one of 6 products in a family of foods we produce that is naturally formulated utilizing multiple protein sources, including beef, pork, chicken, and fish. Each of these foods contain what we call the VX Advantage, which is a proprietary blend of prebiotics, probiotics, postbiotics, as well as vitamins and organic trace minerals. We're one of very few companies that incorporate selenium yeast as the sole source of added selenium. These ingredients work together to promote healthy digestion and a strong immune system. Controlled minerals, including guaranteed maximums on calcium, is a cornerstone of all Next Level products. Our lab is second to none as we test all incoming meats, as well as every lot of finished kibble for all minerals, including heavy metals. I don't think there is another company in the United States that takes food quality to this level. High Energy is a nutrient-dense food that contains a very popular nutrient profile of 24% protein, 20% fat, 4.5% fiber that provides 420 calories per cup, fueling the needs of highly active dogs. The omega-3 to 6 ratio of just under 1 to 5 supports a beautiful, healthy skin and coat. There are several competitive 24/20 products on the market, but most of them are formulated utilizing lower quality ingredients such as rice bran, which has no place in a quality pet food, especially for performance dogs. These cheap foods simply will not digest, as you will see by the large volumes of poop produced. High Energy is a food of choice for hunters during the working season.
I'm Scott, and this is Vega. I'm the co-founder and chairman of Next Level Pet Food. If you have any questions about any of our products, go to our website, online chat, phone call, email. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Really do appreciate your consideration and business. Performance Plus is a really unique formula, maybe one of my favorite formulas in our entire lineup. It contains 26% crude protein, 16% crude fat, 370 calories per cup. It contains both glucosamine and chondroitin, supporting long-term joint health for your dog. It also contains our VX Advantage, which is a proprietary blend of vitamins and minerals, including selenium yeast as a sole source of added selenium, prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics, all working together in conjunction to support long-term digestive and immune system health. Next Level as a brand has made the commitment to control macro minerals, most especially calcium. We take calcium to levels significantly below FDA maximums that research has shown to support long-term whole body health of your dog.
From playful pups to cuddly kittens, Loyal Life Super Premium Pet Food makes it easy to choose the product that's just right for your pet's life stage. Every pet has their own special nutritional needs, and we've got the super premium option your family's best friend deserves.
Our Salmon River is a grain-free food formulated for adult dogs. It contains 28% crude protein, 16% crude fat, and 390 calories per cup. It contains extremely high levels of omega-3. In fact, the omega-3 to 6 ratio is almost a 1-to-1, practically unheard of in the industry. It contains our VX Advantage, which is a proprietary blend of vitamins and minerals, including selenium yeast as a sole source of added selenium, probiotics, prebiotics, postbiotics, all working together to support a healthy digestive and immune system. Another unique feature of all Next Level foods, including Salmon River, is the fact that we control macro minerals, including calcium, to levels significantly below FDA maximums, which research has shown to support long-term whole body health.
High Pro Professional is one of 6 products in a family of foods we produce that is naturally formulated utilizing multiple protein sources, including beef, pork, chicken, and fish. Each of these foods contain what we call the VX Advantage, which is a proprietary blend of prebiotics, probiotics, postbiotics, as well as vitamins and organic trace minerals. We're one of very few companies that incorporates selenium yeast as the sole source of added selenium. These ingredients work together to promote healthy digestion and a strong immune system. Controlled minerals, including guaranteed maximums on calcium, is a cornerstone of all Next Level products. Our lab is second to none as we test all incoming meats, as well as every lot of finished kibble for all minerals, including heavy metals. I don't think there is another company in the United States that takes food quality to this level. High Pro Professional is a nutrient-dense food that contains a very popular nutrient profile of 26% protein, 18% fat, and 4.5% fiber that provides 395 calories per cup, fueling the needs of active dogs and puppies. The omega-3 to 6 ratio of just under 1 to 5 supports a beautiful, healthy skin and coat. High Pro Professional is formulated for all life stages, including large and small breed puppies, lactating females, and adult males. The Professional got its name as it is the food of choice for professional dog breeders and kennels, as it is one food that can be fed to the entire kennel. Many hunters of young, growing, active dogs choose this food during training and hunting season. I'm Scott, and this is Vega. I'm the co-founder and chairman of Next Level Pet Food. If you have any questions about any of our products, go to our website, online chat, phone call, email. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Really do appreciate your consideration and business.
Your relationship is built on trust. Your buddy is with you for work and play from sunup to sundown. And you can trust Nutrena True to deliver nutrient-packed formulas for active dogs like yours. Each bite is TrueMune powered for immunity and mobility support, and with support for digestion plus joint, skin, and coat health, trust that they're always protected from the inside out. Find high-quality, hard-working nutrition near you at NutrenaWorld.com/NutrenaTrue. Nutrena, what's inside counts.
Making sure your pets get the nutrition they need to live long, happy lives? That's what we do best. With our special blends of quality ingredients, you can count on us for the pets counting on you. After all, being the best pet parent ever is what you do best.
Your dogs deserve the best, so give them the best with our stock of Nutrena Loyal Life pet food. In every bag, there's wholesome nutrition that's free of corn, wheat, and soy, added digestive support with prebiotics and probiotics, and special ingredients to optimize your pup's immune strength, mobility, and overall health. Get the best for your dogs with Nutrena Loyal Life pet food.
We are so excited to launch our new line of super premium pet foods. We built it with passion and purpose, with everything we have, to create science-driven, balanced nutrition that makes a real difference in an animal's health. How do we know this? Because we've done it before. Now we're doing it even better. We've created truly next-level formulas. We choose our ingredients based on what's naturally important in an animal's diet. Our omega-3s are higher, our calcium levels are controlled, our palatability is greater, and our consistency is hands down superior. We've built our manufacturing facility from the ground up, the right way, to guarantee we'll deliver the very best quality food possible. And we'll do it consistently from bag to bag. We've brought together an expert team, folks who share our passion, who all know what they're doing because they've done it before. We make food your animal wants, with nutrition they're
we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? That was not a good one, but it usually takes me one or two times.
We are so excited to launch our new line of super premium pet foods. We built it with passion and purpose, with everything we have, to create science-driven, balanced nutrition that makes a real difference in an animal's health. How do we know this? Because we've done it before. Now we're doing it even better. We've created truly next-level formulas. We choose our ingredients based on what's naturally important in an animal's diet. Our omega-3s are higher, our calcium levels are controlled, our palatability is greater, and our consistency is hands down superior. We've built our manufacturing facility from the ground up, the right way, to guarantee we'll deliver the very best quality food possible. And we'll do it consistently from bag to bag. We've brought together an expert team, folks who share our passion, who all know what they're doing because they've done it before. We make food your animal wants, with nutrition their whole body needs. That's next level pet nutrition. Next level. Science is in the bag.
Thank you, Charlie. Thanks, Rocky. Thanks, Cooper. You too, Toby and Jody and Daisy and Sadie and Gracie. Your loyalty means everything to us, which is why we perfected the recipes behind our food and included special support for mobility and immunity. Find premium nutrition near you at NutrenaWorld.com/loyallife. Nutrena, what's inside counts.
Country Vet Naturals dog food is crafted for hard-working dogs, packed with high-quality protein, essential vitamins and minerals. It's designed to fuel their energy and endurance. No fillers, no artificial additives, just pure natural nutrition for your loyal partner. Our formulas support your dog's digestive health, ensuring they can thrive at their best with comfort and ease. Country Vet Naturals gives your dog the strength and stamina to perform their best. Because when the job's tough, they deserve the best. Power your dog's performance with Country Vet Naturals.
Hi, it's Tyson. It's 8 minutes.
That was Ray Temple and Striker with a time
And what's
of 8
Tyson?
and a total score of 135.
What's the sort?
Up next we'll have Abby Murin and Toast, followed by Guy Johnson
on that
and Dolce,
side.
and then James Butler and Eli.
2 out in the middle.
Okay.
It's double points too, so this is 5 and 6.
Yeah, so it's 45 points per 4 and 5.
90 points.
Yeah, so 45 for 4, 45 for 5. That makes 90 points.
No.
Yeah.
You get your low points, and then it's 90 points for 5.
Oh, it's 90 points for 5?
Yes.
So how much is the total points then?
270.
I made a cheat sheet. I always carry a cheat sheet.
Right? So it's 15 per head.
Just for 5 and 6. It's double. 5 and 6 are one obstacle now.
Oh. I have no idea. Hey, my car's right there.
Oh, okay.
How's work?
It was exhausting.
Who came in this morning?
Cassidy. I asked her to be there at 5. She came at 5:45.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and then I got stuck at a stupid traffic light in the Narrows because they're doing that, so I was late. And Steve was like, "What time is it?" Because I booked it into the arena, and he was like, "What time is it?" And I was like, "It's 6:02." It was like 6:10.
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, what time did I say?" Like, he was just giving me a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "We had some issues. I didn't show up, or my help didn't show up on time, and then I got stuck at the traffic light." And he was like, That's what I would say too. And he's like, "Wait, did you work?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, I'll cut you some slack then, because I understand."
Well, I hope you're not working the rest of the week.
I'm not.
Okay.
It was literally just tonight, because I
I know, but why did Cassidy, if you asked her to be there, why was she there at 5:45?
I don't know. I asked her to show up at 5:30 or between 5 and 5:30.
Yeah.
At the latest 5:30, and I said, "Please, just anywhere in between there, 5:45."
And what did she say?
Sorry, I got stuck in the traffic because I didn't know there was traffic going on in Grover.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, "You worked yesterday." "Yes, you did."
Yeah. No, that's fine. Okay. Have a good day. Love you too.
On video? Oh, that's awesome.
It's pretty darn cool.
Okay. Pretty sure we're live. Am I good?
Yeah.
Now am I good? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Good morning in the beautiful Star Valley. We are in the Nutrena Ultimate Stockdog Field event today. This is going to be a fun one. So we had Ray Temple and Striker first, and up next, Abby Mahurin and Toast are running right now. So this is going to be a fun one today. This is a lot of more real life things that these dogs are used to doing, so this is going to be a fun one. So to kind of explain the course, so one is, we call that the fetch. So they unload them out of the horse trailer. The handler will call their dog, send them away, and then they start with the fetch. So Abby does a great job getting them through the fetch, and then they're going to head to this number 2. So a lot of ground to cover. A lot of, if the wind picks up, there's some dead spots in this field, so you have to make sure that if you're using a whistle or voice commands that you're loud enough that your dog can hear you. But Toast is doing a great job. And Abby is actually a recipient this year of the MSSA scholarship, so congratulations to her. So not only is she running dogs, but she also gets a scholarship from the MSSA, which is huge, so congratulations to her. So the time limit on this one is going to be 8 minutes. Just nice and easy moving. So we have a lot going on today. Yesterday was kind of our slow day is what we're going to call it. Today we have the open cattle happening in the ultimate field. In the Tribune Power Arena, we're going to have intermediate sheep round 1 and open sheep round 1. And the novice cattle is going to be happening in the True Arena. And then in the Loyal Life Arena, we have nursery cattle and old timers round 1. And I believe start times. So the Nutrena Tribune Power Arena, which is where the sheep will be running, they're going to be starting at 7 o'clock this morning. The Loyal Life Arena, nursery cattle will be starting at 8. And then in the Nutrena True Arena, the novice cattle will be starting at 9. Okay, so number 3 obstacle is you basically just push them away from you through this one. So yeah, on number 3, you're going to push them away from you through that one, and then you're going to bring them to this 4 and 5. So each cow is worth 15 points, and so each obstacle is worth 45 points. So the total you're looking for is 270. Gets them into 4. So now comes the sort. One out this side. Two out this side. Now okay, so they don't have to take them. We're not going to get to see their cool walks today. Okay.
That was Abby Murin with toast with a time of 6:20 and a full score of 270.
6:20 is her time.
Up next we have
and
Guy Johnson
270, so she gets full
by
points.
James
So
Butler
good job to
and
her.
Eli,
So yeah, so
and
how that's
then
going to work
Steve
is
Biggers and Beth.
the time will stop when the last cow comes through the sort. So one out this, let's say it's the south side, and then 2 out the middle, and then the time will stop. So good job to her. We're going to have Guy Johnson and BC Dolce next. So yeah, this one's a fun one. This one's going to take, it's an 8-minute time limit, so they're going to have a little bit more time to get this done. There's a lot of ground to cover. There's 65 that's going to be running this one today, so we'll be here for a minute, but this one's such a fun one. It's fun to see the talent of these dogs to be able, this is asking a huge feat to send them clear out there to get them. So they call for the cattle. The cattle are released out of the horse trailer. And this is a major feat in itself, is keeping cattle. So these 2 horse trailers that are running today, they will be loaded all day today. They just make a complete loop all day until the last one runs. So huge thank you to the drivers for making that possible. So they're headed towards that south side a little bit. So you can visit Mountain State Stockdog, the website, or you can visit on Facebook. You can visit them on Instagram, and the website will have all the information. They'll have all the live feeds. So if you're wanting to watch more than one, you can. And this is a hard part too, is the handler has to stay back here, and so to be able to see the different angles and make sure that they make it through, but gets them through fetch and bring them down to 2. Must be Dulcie. So yeah, this number 2 is you're going to push those cattle towards us through that obstacle, and then you wrap them around and then you push them away through number 3. So a lot of field work. And these cattle are really, where it's early in the morning, they're given really well to the pressure, so I feel like we're going to see some really fast times in this today. Okay, he's going to work him across the field to number 3. He's going to push that one back towards those other 2 so he can keep them together. It's kind of an important thing to do, especially when you get in the field, because if you get one that takes off, you're not in a little arena. You're going to have your dog cover a lot more ground. So he kind of stopped that one from moving, and he's going to bring those other 2 back up to him. That one's just wanting to lead out just a little bit, so trying to gather them back together so that that lead one will just walk through that. There you go. Oh, but now you have that brown one that turned a little bit. Good job. So they got scattered just a little bit. So they're working on just bringing them back together to get them to that number 3. So just now they're kind of not really wanting to move a whole lot, but maybe took a little bit extra time, but that was a smart move to gather them back together. There they go. Now he's going to bring him to the load right here on 4. And it's kind of at an angle, so you see he's kind of letting them go out just a little bit further and then hopefully bring them back this way so they see that opening. They're kind of wanting to head towards the south side. So he's going to want to wrap him around. And again, these open handlers, they do have a handler line that they can't cross. Guy's just going to walk out there and kind of help get him this way. They weren't really given to the pressure very well, so he's going to get him, do a little bit of teamwork to get him coming this way. There we go. With that lead one, he's seen that opening. There we go. Oh. He sniffed the number 4 and decided he did not want to do that. That's going to be a time. So good job to Guy, and Dulce will listen for their score.
That was Guy Johnson and Dulce with the score of 225.
225.
Up next we have James Butler and Eli, followed by Jeannie Biggers and Beth, and then Shane Ellenwood and Ike.
Huge thank you to Flying Finn's Border Collies for being a sponsor this year for this finals. We couldn't do it without any of our sponsors, so thank you to them. Okay, so up next we're going to have James Butler and Eli. Oh, thank you. Okay, so it will take a little bit of time in between these runs. I think each horse trailer has 2 loads of cows in it, and so they do their 2 loads and then they have to switch out. So it'll take a little bit in between time, but James and Eli are ready to go.
We're good anytime.
Cattle are out. So, and the time will start either when the last cow comes out of the horse trailer or the handler sends their dog. It's a pretty long outrun for those guys to go out and pick them up and then head them this way. There, he gets them in. Again, you're wanting to group these guys together so that they don't get too spread out, because that's a lot more extra work for the dog to do. And watching your angles as well, making sure that they don't get too far to the side. Gets them through one. Again, you definitely have to let your voice carry in this field because you're covering a lot of ground. These guys are on a nice trot and giving well to the pressure, so he's gonna nice through 2. Headed to 3. Again, you're bringing those cattle to you and then you're pushing them away. It's a good show of the dog's talent. These guys are on a nice trot too. Nice job through 3. He's going to wrap him around here to 4. Gets him back on that trot. Gets him lined up. Nice job. Gets him into 4. Again, we want 1 to come out. This side facing us, and then he'll cut those other 2 off. And you don't want him to blow back past the dog. So he's going to step him in just so that they see, and then he's going to get him through. Nice run for James and Eli. Full points. We'll listen for their official time.
That was James Butler and Eli with a time of 3:39 and a full score.
3:39.
Jeannie Biggers, are you down here? Nope. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and roll to number 6, Shane Ellenwood and Ike.
So up next we're going to have Shane Ellenwood.
What time? I bet they're going to the nursery meeting. I haven't got word on it just yet.
So there's number 6, Shane Ellenwood and Ike, followed by number 7, James Butler with Glenn, and then number 8, Mike Thompson with Matt.
High Energy is one of 6 products in a family of foods we produce that is naturally formulated utilizing multiple protein sources, including beef, pork, chicken, and fish.
Each of these foods contain what we call the VX Advantage, which is a proprietary blend of prebiotics, probiotics, postbiotics, as well as vitamins and organic trace minerals. We're one of very few companies that incorporates selenium yeast as the sole source of added selenium. These ingredients work together to promote healthy digestion and a strong immune system. Controlled minerals, including guaranteed maximums on calcium, is a cornerstone of all Next Level products. Our lab is second to none as we test all incoming meats, as well as every lot of finished kibble for all minerals, including heavy metals. I don't think there is another company in the United States that takes food quality to this level. High Energy is a nutrient-dense food that contains a very popular nutrient profile of 24% protein.
Okay, up next we have Shane, Ellenwood, and Ike. This is another thing with this, with the cows coming out of this horse trailer. Sometimes it's hard for these dogs to see where they're supposed to go pick up the cows. So until those cows start moving, they have a hard time finding where they're at. But Ike's headed out there. Hopefully he'll see him coming this way. I think there you finally seen them. And they're headed straight down for this fetch. They might even be through the fetch before Ike gets to them, but they were moving enough. So that's something when those cows come out of that horse trailer, you definitely want them moving so that your dog can pick them up. Gets them through the fetch. So this week, each round will have payouts according to the placing. So this week, they're competing for over $100,000 in prize money and awards. Each class champion and reserve champion will receive custom championship buckles, payouts, and many other prizes. And there's dogs that are competing in both the sheep and cattle, which is huge. And then we also have the ultimate Stockdog competitors, and these guys are competing in everything. So they have to compete in the field, they have to compete with sheep and cows, and we will crown that winner, which is huge. That is a huge accomplishment in itself. So each class of the cattle division will compete in 3 separate rounds during the week. And then the accumulated points and time for each dog and handler for the 3 rounds will determine your champion. And all those finals will be happening on Saturday. So if you're in Afton, Wyoming, come on down because it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're actually going to have, so the sheep finals will be happening on Friday. Good job, gets them through 3. So sheep finals are going to be happening on Friday, and then the cattle finals will be happening on Saturday, and then we'll also have futurity sheep and novice sheep. So Friday and Saturday are kind of the big days for those finals. We also have the family day that's happening on Saturday, so there will be face painting, there's bouncy houses. The kids absolutely love it. We have some great sponsors that make that happen every year, so thank you to them. But yeah, come on down. It's going to be beautiful this whole week. Last year we had snow, so we're excited that it's sunshine in the forecast. Ike's like, I just want you to go a little bit faster. You're slowing down. Just sneaks by, but Ike's going to pick him back up. That's something we've seen is all it takes is their nose to, as they're headed in, they can look like they're headed straight in, and then they kind of tip their nose to the side and then slide past it. So Ike was quick to get him gathered back up. There we go. That one in the front was just kind of stood there as bait, is what we like to say. And so those other two came into it. So now he's going to get that sort. And that brown one's looking like, that smoky calf's looking like it's going to maybe be the one to push through here. Again, you have 3 holes that you're covering. You want to make sure that those dogs or the cows aren't going past the dog in the back. And then you also have to cover and make sure they don't come through that middle hole while you're waiting for one to come through. This first one, yep, that smoky one's going to be the one. And this is where also, as you're watching your cows, as you're bringing them down the field, this is kind of where you can decide if you have one that's okay to be by itself or a little bit more, not fired up, excited is what we'll call it. Those are the ones you probably want to sort out first, because it's probably not going to do well by itself in the sort. So gets the first one out. Those other two are kind of looking like, hey, how'd you get out of there? So Shane and Ike are going to work together and get that one. There you go. Now just follow the leader. Nice run for Shane and Ike. Full points, and we'll listen for their time.
Shane, Ellenwood, and Ike with a full score and a time of 5:14.
5:14.
Up next we'll have
So right now the time that we're looking to beat, James and Eli had a great run and they're sitting at a 3:39. So as of right now, that's our top time. So up next we're going to have James, Butler, and Glenn, I believe. And that siren you can hear in the background means it is 8 o'clock. Thank you to Morrow Heavy Civil Construction since 1992 for being a sponsor. Yeah, so our Family Day sponsors are Coal Creek Stock Dogs, Clyde and Doreen McCourt, Sunrise Stock Dogs and Livestock, and Mountain Mama Mohair. So huge thank you to them. I know my kids look forward to the Family Day every year. They count down till Saturday, so thank you to them. We couldn't do it without those sponsors. Okay, so here goes James, Butler, and Glenn. Calls for the cattle. And Glenn's watching for him. So this is something also that you have to factor in, is some of these dogs like to go under the panels and some of them don't. Glenn had no problem going under those panels, and he's seen those cows. So he's going to head out there and get them picked up. Nice big outrun. There, you get some picked up. Again, even though this is a big field, if you can get those cattle on a trot and they're giving well to the pressure, you can make up a lot of time, which James did that earlier with his dog, Eli. So we're going to see what him and Glenn can get done. Okay, headed to this number 2. It's kind of a cross drive around. So these courses that you see, They're new every day. This one won't be the same for this class again. So that open cattle round 2, it'll be a completely different course, and it'll get a little bit harder. That's kind of the fun thing also about this week, is as the week progresses, we get harder courses that really test the dogs and their handlers, and it's fun to see those fast times get put down on really hard courses. Completes 2, and now he's going to drive him across the field to this number 3 and push him away through that one. So this is an event where you'll see a lot of whistles being used, just because the whistle sound carries a lot further than your voice can. And the nice thing is we don't have a wind this afternoon. It might get interesting because it seems like we get wind around 1 or 2, and so that could change some things up. Just working on bringing him to this number 4. So unofficially sitting at about 4 minutes, so still plenty of time. He's got 2 left to do. There, he's got 1. He got 1 that just turned and didn't really see the opening, but he's got 1 in there right now, so hopefully they'll... There we go. Gets him in. Now he's just onto his sort. Glenn's kind of wanting to push him towards James. There we go. There, he gets it done. Good job, James. So full points, and we'll listen for his official time.
That was James Butler and Glenn at the time of 5:32.
5:32.
For the nursery handler meeting.
We want to thank the Ultimate Stock Dog Buckle sponsors, JB Service and Drilling, JB Waterwell. Thank you to them. Okay, we got the cattle out in the field again, so we're going to have Mike Thompson and Nap. And then we're going to take a short break. After that, they're going to have the nursery handler meeting, and then we will be back. So again, we're running three arenas in a field today, and so there's a lot of dogs running in multiple arenas, and so there might be a little bit of juggling around today, but oh yeah, Nap sees them. Headed straight towards him and then sent him on and come by. Some of these dogs can cover some ground really, really fast. They're wanting to head towards that south side a little bit. There, he's getting them. It's hard to tell from here whether they're still behind that fetch line or if they are going to be coming towards the side of it. There, he gets them turned. Just went past it, so he's going to circle him back around and get him through that fetch.
You're clear, Mike.
They're just hanging out right there, so if Nap can just push him forward, they should come right through that fetch. getting a little spread out, but Nap's going to get them around and get them put back together so they can come. They were thinking they maybe wanted to get on a trot. There, he's got them lined up. They're giving really well to the pressure. So they're just moving along nicely. Great job through 2. So now he's going to push him across the field right here and head towards number 3. There they get on a trot. Nice job through 3. So he's going to bring him back towards us. I am kind of disappointed that they don't have to take him all the way to the end. That's where we get all of our, because they can't run, so they have to do their fast walks. We get a lot of good videos every year. That's why I'm saying I'm sad that there is no walk this year. Getting corrected. So tomorrow we'll have the nursery cattle happening in the ultimate field. And then Thursday we will have the open sheep happening out here, which that one's a fun one. The sheep move a lot faster than cows, and you can have some really, really fast times, and it's fun to watch these dogs work the sheep in this big area. So yeah, it's 3 full days of these field events. It's gonna be a good time. Ooh, that one, see, their noses just went to the side of that panel. There we go.
High Energy is one of 6 products in a family of foods we produce that is naturally formulated utilizing multiple protein sources, including beef, pork, chicken, and fish. Each of these foods contain what we call the VX Advantage, which is a proprietary blend of prebiotics, probiotics, postbiotics, as well as vitamins and organic trace minerals. We're one of very few companies that incorporates selenium yeast as the sole source of added selenium. These ingredients work together to promote healthy digestion and a strong immune system. Controlled minerals, including guaranteed maximums on calcium, is a cornerstone of all Next Level products. Our lab is second to none as we test all incoming meats as well as every lot of finished kibble for all minerals, including heavy metals. I don't think there is another company in the United States that takes food quality to this level. High Energy is a nutrient-dense food that contains a very popular nutrient.
Okay, up next we're going to have Jeannie Biggers and Beth. She calls for cattle. Looks like it's an empty trailer right now. There they come out. Nice big outrun. Beth's another fast dog. She can cover a lot of ground. I don't know if she quite sees him yet. There, she's got him. She was just taking a long way to get to him. There is, we found out there is kind of a little dead spot kind of in the middle of the field, and so it's hard for these dogs sometimes to hear the whistles and or the commands, so kind of have to readjust.